don't know what day it is. It's Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. Here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Our best bets always are premium picks. This clashes with our new background. We'll have to fix that. Messing with new things. I'm going to be adding more and more every day to this stuff. Trying some new things. Kicking it up. Learn some new tricks. Old dog, new tricks. What do you think math class looks like at the University of Alabama for football players, Chris?
Fairly vacant.
How about you, Rod? What do you think? Let's see if we could help this Tony Mitchell out. See if we could do some quick math for him. How stupid is this? How stupid is this guy? I mean, I don't even understand this.
Right.
I mean, I don't get it. I never understand this. At what point is enough enough? More than likely, he gets paid to play football at the University of Alabama through image licensing. So he gets caught with 8 ounces of pot, $7,000 in unlicensed firearm going 140 miles an hour. Tony Mitchell is going. Here's the word problem for your SAT test, Ruflo. If Tony Mitchell's driving 144 miles per hour, has 8 ounces of pot in his car and $7,000 in cash, along with an unlicensed firearm, how much will his NFL contract be worth?
I'm going to go with 0.
Yeah, I would go with 0 too.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah. None of the above, bitches.
None of the
It's
above.
like, I don't even understand this, man.
Do not go past
do
not collect $200. Go straight to jail.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Henry Ruggs School of Math at the University of Alabama. I don't even understand this stuff.
This is the right answer. The contract does not exist.
Yeah, it's like this is the Henry Ruggs School of Math, man. Brought to you by the University of Alabama. It's like, what in the hell is going on over there? So, did you ever see the 30 for 30, the ESPN, about the Friday Night Lights, about the team that lost, Dallas, or the team that won the game, Dallas Carter, and like all those players and what happened to them and everything after the game? And the only one that was smart was out of the whole thing was Jesse Armstead. He's just like, I'm gonna play college football for 4 years at Miami. I'm gonna be first round draft choice and be a millionaire the rest of my life. Why do I need to get involved in, holding up a gas station or something? It's like, what are you talking about, man? It's like, what are you doing?
Or like some weed. You're well on track to be an NFL player, but you got to still sell a little bit of grass on the side. What?
I mean, even
I don't get it. Why?
I mean, how much, 8 ounces of weed is like a half a pound of pot. So that's like 5 joints for Ruffalo. I mean, it's like
two for Ninos.
It's like, I roll big joints. I'm not apologizing for it.
You just show up and I'm like, it's like this big.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. What am I missing? What exactly am I missing here? Right? This is like, it doesn't even make any sense at all to me why they would do this. I don't know, man. If anyone has the answers, by all means, send them over. I'm way interested.
If that's what he's doing, it seems like he's not getting paid anything from me. I don't know.
I'm way interested in this. I'm way interested in this. I don't really get it, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I saw that story. That's always the first thing that mystifies me when I see these stories. That is a little bit better for Ruffalo there. I don't know. I'll have to find something. What do you think? Like a solid color?
Might, maybe.
What do you think of this background? Like this? What we can work on? I just wanted to see if this worked. Because like now I can, I figured out a way to do this independently. So I can move everybody around as I wish. I figure next we'll add odds and stuff to the bottom, like a tape of each sport as we go through it. And then we'll add like sportsbook offers, all kinds of stuff, right on the bottom. But I just wanted to see if I could get this far. You know, I do a little bit at a time.
That looks good.
That's what I do, Rod. This is how we do it.
Yes, we do.
Rod's always concerned. Don't worry, Rod. Please stop worrying about me. I'm going to be fine. Rod's always worrying. Please stop worrying about us, Rod. We're going to be fine.
That's quite the background Rufalo's got, though. It's like, what is... He's going warp speed! And he's muted. See? Warp speed.
I look very... Yeah, see, Rod, please stop worrying.
Please stop worrying. I definitely...
I look very angelic. There we go.
There we go.
What do you think?
I like it.
Right?
Like
See, that's what I figured. We
used
change
to-
the background and then add like some graphics like this, change some things around.
We used to have a ticker go across the bottom.
Yeah, but it was never good because the background kind of was like, you know.
Yeah. That's actually bigger, legible, and readable. I like it.
All these king of people went to Miami in years past. Now it's Bama. No, actually, when you look at Miami's record of players and stuff like that, they don't have criminal records. Why? Because they were dancing on the floor. It makes them criminal. Dancing on the field, it makes them criminals. That's where you have. That's where you're wrong. See that's the misperception there. Is that Miami gets the bad rap because the players were dancing on the field, taunters, trash talkers, but those players all went to the NFL. They didn't get arrested. It's like, what was his name? The guy on Georgia, the running back, he ended up playing for the Browns. They found him in a car, right, with his gun with the serial number filed down. It's like,
Yeah, right?
I mean, if you have a serial number filed off a gun, you're not like you're going hunting for a deer, man, in the forest, right? It's like, matter with these people. That was a stupid comment, Steve.
There's actually a list. Washington State has the most.
Yeah, Florida's
second.
Florida.
Second
I mean, I don't even have to look at any list. Florida has the most by far. It's like
no, Washington State. Washington State by a good 7 more arrests.
I mean, Aaron Hernandez went to Florida. He was a serial killer under Urban
24.
Meyer. You know, but what do they talk about? Urban Meyer won the national championship. Yeah, he had the most arrested players of any coach in the history of college football in one season, and it's not even close. And Aaron Hernandez wasn't one of the players that got into trouble on that team, which is crazy.
It says everybody under Urban Meyer was number 1.
Is that what it says?
It does say that.
See, I'm not even looking at the article. I know this stuff, you know.
Urban Meyer would be number 1 on the list.
Yeah, he would be long. This is this is what I do. All right. Well, we've got quite a day ahead of us in the world of sports. We've got college basketball. Got a ton of NHL, right? I mean, just a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then NBA as well. So let's just start with these college basketball games. Okie State versus North Texas. A tough one. Eastern Kentucky versus Southern Utah. Directional basketball, some of our favorite. I love the other sites that people on Twitter and stuff that all of a sudden they fill out a bracket and they act like they know NCAA basketball or something, right? It's like we've been following this stuff inside out. Like it's like all of a sudden they fill out a bracket like they know everything. Radford versus Charlotte and Oregon versus Wisconsin. I also got some really disturbing news yesterday. I figured I would take some time to share it with you guys since we're family here, right? I mean, we share the good times, we share the bad times, but I got some really, really disturbing news, and that's that someone in the YouTube comments isn't going to be watching our videos any longer because I got the Radford game wrong yesterday. So they will not be joining us any longer for our free videos. That's it. They're not watching any more of our stuff because I got that game wrong. The breaking news of part of that one, I know Rod just he's always worrying about me, is I suck. That was really a big piece of the puzzle there too. I personally suck. So that's it. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. So he's not going to consume any more of our free content and not buy any picks, which he never had anyway. So I just feel I don't know how we're going to make it.
I wonder if I could have done more.
Yeah. Yes, it was tough, man. It's a tough pill to swallow.
I didn't know you were on that Radford ledge. Oh no.
Who the hell do you think you are? Getting the Radford game wrong. Where do you get off?
Where do you get off? Giving the wrong side.
Set of stones on this guy.
The balls on this guy.
Can you believe the set of stones on this kid? Oh man, I know we're going right down the rabbit hole on this one.
Yeah.
Oh man,
He must have got longwooded before.
It's like, whoa.
Rest in peace, that random dude.
Yeah, it's a tough one for me, man. Everyone knows. I struggle with it. Let's see. No, this one's not bad for Ruffalo. Let's see.
Oh boy.
No, we're not. We're trying to be serious here. Get you something that actually works.
I'm trying to find a good one. Yeah.
Something that we can live with in the meantime. Or figuring out life together as a family. Because we don't have this YouTube guy anymore. So we're going to have to make it with just which is the other 8 million of us. No one watches you anyway. I always get that one. Except for the 8 million that watch. Oh, I know what I'm going to put there. Here we go. The brick was always good, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find some bricks or something similar.
We can find some bricks. Well, we are in hoops. We can definitely find some bricks here.
I find him at the Sacramento Kings game last night.
This one. It's not really bricks. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what that is.
I'm not sure
what you want to hear.
Totally. You're getting a new background. I don't know what it is. You're going to get one.
Yeah, I think we'll just go with bricks for now. It's easier. Rick's is easiest. Oh, I got Rod up there. All right, after we finish this housekeeping, there we go. That's a little bit better. Still clashes.
That's a little better, yeah.
Still clashes a little bit. I don't know if to find something. I just can't believe that guy doesn't want to be part of it anymore. I feel so lonely. I feel so
I don't know
used.
how you're going to sleep tonight.
You know what I feel, Chris? Cheap and used. I know you're familiar with that, so I just figured.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. More than my fair share.
All right.
You get used to it after a while, though.
Radford against Charlotte and Oregon versus Wisconsin. So we did the first two. Oklahoma State, North Texas, Eastern Kentucky, Southern Utah. Chris, let's talk some hoops. What do you got?
All right. Well, the one I like the best here is I'm going to go with Oregon laying the points against Wisconsin. Oregon's looked fantastic in their first couple games of this NIT. Team, I was questioning their motivation coming into this one after, really just sort of going through the motions over the course of the season, but they still have a bunch of seniors on this team. Kind of want to go out with a bang. And Wisconsin, they had their first two games at home, but like a lot of Big Ten teams, they were a different team when you took them out on the road. Oregon's just a tough place to go on the road and win at the best of times, but I just think Oregon right now just playing too well to turn down the points or turn down laying the points here. So I think you could argue this number should be probably closer to 5.5 or 6.5. So I'll take the 4.5 and lay in with Oregon in this one.
Rod?
And for me, in these ones, I like the 49ers here. You look at the Highlanders and Bradford here, and sure, they got a win, but they don't follow it up with wins. You look at the Highlanders, 1-4 ATS in the last 5 following an ATS win. Well, the 49ers 5-1-1 in their last 7 ATS versus a team with winning straight up record. I think their defense is too much here for the 49ers. They hold down the Highlanders and get a nice win and cover for us. I wrote Charlotte yesterday. It was my $15 play. Going to ride them again here with Charlotte.
I'm going to take Eastern Kentucky versus Southern Utah for me. EKU not getting a ton of respect in this one. Southern Utah, we've seen them, all season. It just seems to me they're more susceptible to a defensive breakdown than Eastern Kentucky. And, of course, any team that has Kentucky and Colonel in the title, it's just tough not to salivate all over them. I'm going to take the Colonels of Kentucky in this one. I'm going to make it a 12-piece bucket and call it a night. My niece is in town with her friend. They're watching The Voice, of course. Niall from One Direction is on. It's one of the.
Is on there, yeah.
Is on one of the things. I don't watch the show, but that's what they told me. So I had to set up the TV in their room for them. Took it out of my studio, wheeled it on over there, and they could watch Niall because he's just so freaking talented. So I just say to him, I'm like, so how was Niall? Was he just dreamy last night? Was he, coaching it up, doing it, like giving everybody some good pointers? Like, yeah. He's just so freaking talented. I got a kick out of it. He's so freaking talented, man. Oh, man. What else is happening, Ruffalo? Anything good?
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Ready for vacation a little bit.
Working out a little bit. Getting ready to slimming down
working
for
out.
cruise wear.
I'm gonna wear that 2-piece.
Nice.
Sun's out, buns out.
I work out every day. It's like it doesn't do anything as far as my physique, but I definitely do it, for an hour every day, at least an hour cardio.
Yeah.
Say, hour work in the gym probably keeps you a day out of the hospital.
Yep.
Later in life. You get to be my age, which is old as dirt. Everyone knows that because I read it in a YouTube comment, so it must be true.
You gotta keep your steps in. Gotta walk. Gotta run. Gotta go for a jog.
Got this massive NHL card today. Might as well suck it up and get into it. It's only so long I can procrastinate.
That's what's going on.
I can talk. I can change the subject a million times, and it's not going away.
It's like you just keep going over this.
It's like you try to ignore it, it keeps tapping you on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Let's call it Tony Brown and see if he's eight meals into his Thai food leftovers from our dinner.
What's your go-to at Latai?
I've been getting the tofu fried rice, but I think I'm going to switch back to Tom Kha soup when I go back.
Okay.
I get Tom Kha soup with a little side of sticky rice. A little side, of course, chicken satay and the crab rangoon.
Oh, I'm a sucker for crab rangoon. Yeah.
Tony Brown also threw in the steak skewers and something else on there. Oh, and chicken wings on top of that. There's two people. We had one of those tables for two people. They had to bring over another table just to fit all our food on it. It was beautiful. There's four guys sitting at the table next to us looking at us. Like, what the hell are these guys doing? They ordered everything on the menu. Would you eat some of this? I'm like, yeah, sure would.
You're like one plate in. I think we ordered too much food.
No, we knew we ordered too much food before the waiter left the table because he stopped ordering and thought we were done.
Hey, yeah, right. But the waiter stops and goes, "Okay, thanks," and you're like, "Hey, I wasn't done ordering yet."
No, we had only gotten through the appetizers. He was like, Tony, so what are you gonna get to eat?
That was a good snack start. Now what's next? Gotta get the entree.
Funny. Got the Rangers and the Hurricane, the Capitals and the Blue Jackets, the Flyers versus the Panthers, and the Devils versus the Smudge. Chris? Oh, Rod's up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go with the over between Florida Panthers and the Flyers. You look, this Florida team definitely been lighting the lamp. They also can give up some goals as well. So I like the over in that one. I think we easily can get up over the 6.5 in that one. With the backup for Florida on the back-to-back here. Don't know who's going to be in it. It's probably going to be that Leon, and he gave up like 8 goals last time he was in there. So I think the over in that one.
I'm going to go with the Rangers on the puck line against the Hurricane. Laying the 1.5 goals. +2 and change on our money in this thing. Betting tool said so. Carolina, terrible on the puck line in these spots. Taking the Rangers, New York, 41 wins. Pretty good. So the playoffs set in the NHL. Is there any teams trying to get in or out?
Oh yeah, the wild card's a mess right now. There's a lot of teams that can get in both. I think the East is a little bit crazier than the West right now, but yeah, there's still a lot of playoff spots up for grabs, and they're all fighting for positioning too. But for me in these ones, I'm going to go with the under between Minnesota and New Jersey. Two teams have been playing some high-scoring games as of late, but I think this is a playoff-type atmosphere. Two of the better teams in their respective conferences. To me, this just feels like a 1-3 wins kind of game. I think Minnesota gets back to those low-scoring ways, and I think New Jersey going to have a hard time in this one as well. So I think it's a 3-2 game, whichever way you slice it. So I'm going to take the under 6 in this one.
What do you think of our new background here for the show?
I like it.
Like it? little better than
like
just
it.
the plain. Looks a little less out of the box.
Yeah. Add some depth.
Depth.
Yes.
Like your skull. Whatever that means.
Can't tell if that's a compliment or not.
I don't know. It just sounded like a good comment.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just sounded like a good addition there.
Yeah. I'm all right with it.
Flames after yesterday's loss are nice, 6 points out of the wild card spot. So the West is looking like what's going to be a lot. It's going to be tough for anybody to come back below that. Calgary's the closest to catch anybody near the wild spot, and they're 6 points out now.
So, can we say that? Can we say that if Goudreau would have stayed, that Calgary probably would have been in?
Probably.
Good. I feel better.
Now, I'm
Way to suck up to me, Rod. I'll take it. No, that's it. We're already done. The answer was yes. Not gonna get it. As I always tell people that are trying to sell me something on the phone or whatever, like, people we do business with or stuff like that, all the back end stuff. It's like they keep going. It's like, you already got a yes out of me. It ain't gonna get any better than that. You can ask anybody in the world if what happens after it gets as good as it's gonna be. I'm like, you gotta leave on a high note. Trust me on that one. It's like, it's only gonna get worse. There's only one way for it to go from there. Hit this ceiling. It's not like we just stay up here. It doesn't work that way.
Nope.
Yeah, I've noticed that Calgary's shit out of luck here.
Oh yeah, they're not too good.
Let's make fun of them. Let's poke some fun. Yeah.
That's not going to get them a new arena.
What color are the tiles that fall on people's heads in Calgary?
I think it's actually metal bars and beams and girders and stuff. It's not good. It's complete. I think it was a chunk of concrete because it's actually poured concrete. It's like the old Montreal stadium that was collapsing on people, and they had to shut it down. Same kind of idea. Don't worry, it's held together with duct tape. You're good.
Boy,
But it's right over my head. No, you're good.
Boy, when Goudreau signed with Columbus, it felt like I got hit over the head. No, actually, it was just a girder. Anyways,
Just a girder. You're good.
My favorite is the people that are showing up to Flames games now with construction hats.
It's just a girder. Girders are funny.
They hand them out as you come in the door now. Come on now. It's like, here's your construction hat. What's this? Oh, construction's
See,
going on.
if they were smart, they would sell Flames
Still got
construction
the
hats at the
rebuild
gift shop.
Right. And put on them a new arena rebuild. It's only been around since 1988. It's only been around. It's getting up there.
Sabres versus worst name in sports, the Predators. Bruins against the Senators. Montreal versus the Lightning. And Islanders versus the Maple Leafs. Chris?
That's you now, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
You.
Oh, Islanders all day and twice on Tuesday. Anyone playing the Maple Leafs. Take the Islanders at home as a dog. Home dog. Lousy team against, well, they're not lousy, but you got to figure that they should be a much bigger dog than this against the badass Maple Leafs. Oh, no, not the Maple Leafs. Yes, you'll be playing the Maple Leafs. Not the Maple Leafs. Okay, it will be the Maple Leafs. Take the Islanders here to the reverse puck line, like I always do. Chris?
I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna take the over between the Lightning and Canadiens. There's something wrong with Tampa Bay right now. They don't look like the same sharp defensive unit that we've seen in years past. Andre Vasilevsky just got torched for 4 in Tampa Bay's last game, and Montreal, well, They gave up 5 last time these two teams faced off. I think it finished 5-3. Could easily see a similar kind of game here. I think 6.5, 2 light. I'm surprised it didn't open closer to 7. So give me the over between the Lightning and Canadians.
And for me, I'm going to take Nashville over Buffalo. Buffalo's just been awful. They played better hockey on the road, not at home. 0-4 in their last 4 games at home. 0-4 in the last 4 when the opponent allows 5 goals or more in the previous game. And the Predators are 8-2 in the last 10 meetings in Buffalo. I'm going to go with Nashville in that one.
Winnipeg versus the Coyotes. The Blues versus the Red Wings. The Stars playing against the Kraken. The Ducks playing against the Flames. Canucks versus Vegas. Now it's Chris's turn.
Yeah, I'll take the Kraken here in the plus money. You're giving me plus money with a team that's 22-9-3 on the road. I'll take it on the Kraken. They've lost 4 of 5, including lost both meetings to the Stars when these two teams met in sort of a back-to-back, less than a week ago. But again, all those games came at home where Seattle's been less effective this season. You take them out on the road where they've won 5 straight. I think the value here is with the Kraken. So give me the Kraken and the plus money.
Rod.
I'm going to take the St. Louis Blues here over Detroit. I know in the video I said Detroit, but Detroit's got some big issues. Their locker room's a mess. Those guys are fighting with each other. It's not good. Just keep fading Detroit the rest of the season. I'm going to jump off that play and we're going to go with the St. Louis Blues. And then that's saying something because the St. Louis Blues are bottom of the NHL and giving up goals left, right, center, and have not been playing good. But are definitely better than Detroit right now. Detroit's a mess. Take the Blues in that one.
Take the Blues. I'm trying to see if I have it here. That doesn't. It stinks. It's like sometimes it shares on my computer, sometimes it doesn't. I wanted to show that trend from the betting tools on this Winnipeg JTS Jets. There's some hideous NHL trends in play tonight, and this is one of them. The Jets are 0-10 as puck line favorites. We've been riding this thing on the betting on the 7 free pick since it was 0-4. I've had it on there every single time. We're at 0-10 now. Let's make it 11. We had this one and the Capitals. Both these puck line as home favorites and puck line as favorites. We've been riding these things so the wheels fall off. Capitals 0-10 as puck line home favorites. And Winnipeg just 0-10 as puck line favorites. Getting smoked. It's like the Ducks as home dogs. Oof. But I'm not betting on Calgary. Not anytime soon because they suck. I think the girders are there for a reason. They're falling for a reason. They don't want to watch this crap anymore. They've had enough. No. It's like they're like doing the flying squirrel onto the ice because they just have had enough. Stop. Stop. It's enough. All right.
They have to rob you with cheap beer and food in Calgary. So the food and beer is cheap. It is. Let's get them drunk. Then they won't notice that a beer. It won't cause as much injury if you're drunk. So here, quick, get the happy hour beers in. They actually have a happy hour in Calgary.
No. Stop. Go to the NBA. 6 contests this evening. I think yesterday, I think I swept the board. I was a perfect 0-6 in the NBA. I only gave out 1 pick, but I'm telling you, it felt like I gave out 20 and lost them all. It's one of those ones you look at the scoreboard and you're like, I gave out 3 in the videos, but lost all 3, and then I would have lost all 6 if I would have done all 6. It's terrible. It's like the Sixers lost, the Knicks lost. It's like everyone lost outright. Sometimes all you can do is chuckle. Magic against the Wizards, the Hawks against the Pistons, and the Nets against the Cavs. It's you, Rod.
Well, I'm going to go with we'll go with the Brooklyn Nets here. They play their better hoops at home here, and the Cavs are a fade for me on the road. They're looking like they're begging you to take the Cavs. They're like, come on, the Cavs are only favored by 3 here. It's a perfect, nice little low. You don't have to cover too much. They haven't played the better hoops, but Brooklyn at home is a different beast. I think Brooklyn outrights them. I'm going to just continue to fade Cleveland on the road. 16-20 on the road, 15-19 against the number. No thanks. Give me Brooklyn in that one.
I'll roll with the Pistons then against the Hawks. 14 points. I'll take the 2 touchdowns. The Hawks have coach fired bad this season, so I don't know who wins the game, but I'll take a shot with the Pistons. They're just bad enough. 15, 17, and 2 on the road. The Hawks only 15 and 19 at home against the number, so give me 2 touchdowns in the Pistons. Should I buy half a point? Money line. Hawks money line. Ben Burns has got Hawks money line as his $2 play over at Wager Talk. Ben's been red hot in hockey. Hasn't given out a pick of minus 270 in like the last month. It's like it's worth $2. It's worth 0, man. What a fraud that guy is. Fraud. Joke. Anyways. $2 Burns. That's what I'm going to call him.
The $2 Burns? Nice.
$2 Burns.
Pretty sure that's something else you can get in Vegas too.
$1 per B in his name. $2 Burns. Minus 6.
Even high school.
Oh God! So it's NHL. We can only guess that it's like that giant. Whoever's the biggest favorite, like it's 290 or something. I almost want to buy it, so we can tell everyone what it is. Can't do that. We can only just say what it is by guessing speculate. And state it as fact.
But everyone else does.
We don't do what everybody else does, Chris. We just badmouth them.
Yes, I know.
We just badmouth them to their face, not behind their backs.
It's on the ice.
I am a name caller, and we need to uphold that reputation.
I'm a name caller, not a speculator.
Oh man, what did they say at this conference? Oh, it was great. It was like I was ready to make it like my header on my Facebook. It was like it said something like that, like It was all about like being your truth, on the air, It went a whole session about like I needed it to hear it. Any questions? What do you do when the same people you're stressing you want to blow up your house? What do you do? It's a very good question. What's your name? Mitch? Mitch, that's a very good question. It's like my friend Roger lives in Texas. He's like, I can give my address.
And then I wait. Come on.
Because they give my address right here in Texas. I'm like, okay. Come on over. Give it a shot. Guy's a plumber. He's a plumber. He gets even more abuse than we do. Seriously, man. He talks about like fixing leaks in pipes.
Yeah, but how much crack is he giving out? Well, that's the problem, right? So he
He's
has a
got.
plumber. How much crack are you giving out? Are you giving out lots of crack?
He claims that is how he's been so successful on YouTube is broad shoulders and big ass. So could be a lot.
Same.
I'm like, do you know Ruffalo? I'm like, can he borrow that bit?
Views go through the roof. Well, I guess that leaves me with the Magic and the Wizards, and I'll stick with the Magic at home. It's where they played their better basketball all season. The Wizards just look like they're falling off the map and lost 7 of 9. Just seems like a bad travel spot for the Wizards. They haven't played. They've been in the same spot any of the last 5 games. They've been home away, home away. I think the Wizards struggle here. I think Orlando getting back home is going to be good for them. So give me Orlando laying the point. I was wondering what happened. I just looked and there's this chair spinning.
Where are we, Rod?
We're on to the next
Next segment.
Oh, okay.
We're on to the last 3. Last 3 games.
I'm trying to find my slide. I don't know where it is. I must have deleted it. That stinks. Huh. I texted it to my wife. I forget what it said. It was pretty good though. Maybe it was just one of those conference things, at that moment it seemed like a good thing. No idea. Huh. Oh well. Can't be that. Oh, here it is. Here it is. What it said was, I guess, not as good as I thought. All powerful communication offends somebody.
That's true.
I believe it is too. I think the people that get up here and gloss over all the issues and sit up here and slap each other on the ass and whatever. It's like, I can't think of anything more crappy. Well, except for buying a minus 290 pick for $2. That would probably do it for me. Sorry, 295, not minus 290.
Don't worry, I clicked on the option.
Anybody.
I clicked on the option and said no, $2 is too expensive for me. They actually gave that option. I was like, what?
Is that really what it says?
No.
I love that. Like, you go to a site and it's like you can sign up for their email list, but you don't want to be on the email list, right? And the option, instead of saying like, no, I don't want to win. It's like your only option to sign up for either what I want is your shitty newsletter, or it means I don't want to win because I don't want your crappy newsletter. No, it means I just don't want your crappy newsletter. You don't have to
I just want your crappy newsletter.
Yeah,
exactly. It popped up and was like, don't you want this?
You guys are
like,
pikers, and I don't want to hear from you. How about that? Where's that option? I'll click that one. You guys are pikers. I just came here to make fun of you, looking for some new material for the show today. How about that? Where's that option? Ruthless, like, it's all serious.
Actually, that's a great option. No, $2 is too expensive.
No, $2 too.
I like option 3. None of the above. You guys are pikers, and I'm just here to pick up some material for my live show bits. Oh man, I have too much fun sometimes. I get all kinds of offers to sell this whole thing, like all the time. And I say the same thing. It's not for sale. And they say, well, how much money would it take? And I was like, I'm having way too much fun, man. Let those other lazy sites sell it to the Euros, man. I'm hanging. At least for a little while, right? I'm enjoying this stuff. I love this stuff. Like, I missed my 7 free picks yesterday, man. I was mad. I didn't do it. Because I was so tired. I was like, oh, man, I got in late, right before the show, So it would have been late to get it out. I could have done it, but it would have been terrible. I mean, after the show, I went to sleep. I woke up at 6 at night. I mean, I was so tired.
One of those, yeah. I'm gonna have a little nap, yeah. 8 hours later.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I woke up. It's dark.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
My wife came home and woke me up. It was like, what are you doing? Sleeping. Man, you must be
sleeping.
She's like, you never sleep. Not even at night. All right. Pelicans and the Spurs. Kings versus Celtics. Clippers versus OKC. Chris, who's up? Me? Rod.
Yeah, I think it's you. Yeah.
Nice. Spurs for me, plus the points against Pelicans. I smell something bad, and it's called the Pelican. Never been close enough to the Pelican to actually find out what they smell like, but I know they eat a lot of fish. I've had them eat fish right off my fishing line, my bait. These Pelicans smell like they've been eating too much bait. They stink. They look tired. They're like out on their feet. What do you think's like what's your favorite thing to see in sports, Chris? Like, what's your favorite thing? Like, if you could watch all the events in the world, you say, you know what? I mean, there's a lot of ones we love, but what's your A1 thing? Like, is it a hat trick, or is it like a bicycle kick in soccer, or like, what is it? What's your number one favorite thing in sports? All right, we'll come back. If you don't know. I mean, for me, it's like anyone could ask me in my sleep. I could tell you what it is. Rod, what's yours?
I love the fat guy touchdown dance, man. When that guy runs it in, and the big guy, he's
Nothing
got
wrong with
the fat guy touchdown.
I like that one.
I love the fat guy touchdown.
It's definitely on
he
the
comes
list.
running it. He's got the ball, and he runs in, and then he's
the longer the run, the better. The longer the run, the
better. Yeah, he gets in. Everybody tackles him. He's like, "Get off! I can't breathe." And then he gets up and he's trying to do the fat guy dance.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that too.
That's the best.
Yeah. Probably the walk-off home run for me.
You like the walk-off? I love the delayed knockout. Like, I've said this before on the show. I'm sticking with it. I love the delayed knockout when the guy's knocked out, but he doesn't even know he's knocked out, and he's still standing there. And then all of a sudden, he just drops. Like Trevor Burbick against Tyson. It's kind of like, bang. He's like, and then he kind of twitch a little bit while they're still standing up. Then they go down. It's better than a car wreck for my money. I mean, it is. I mean, people watch cars drive around in a circle for 4 hours just to see a wreck. It's like, but for me, I like the delayed knockout. The more contortions, the better. If there's a leg twitch after they hit the canvas, I'll take that as well. That is the one where they say, would you like extra hot fudge on the sundae? As a matter of fact, I will. Throw in the leg twitch. Pacquiao hit him so hard that he couldn't be delayed knockout, but he was twitching on the ground. Hatton, the leg was kicking. I thought he was dead, except that the leg was twitching like that much. Like, does that mean he's dead, or does that mean he's out and his leg's twitching? Asked the guy next to me. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. And why are you talking to me? Because I don't know you. Does that mean he's dead, or is that just the twitch? Yeah. Chris, you're up.
All right, well, I'm gonna go with the over between the Celtics and the Kings. Um, you look at the Kings on the second half of a back-to-back this season. Um, Games totaling 251 points on average. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that that 176, 175 game against the Clippers, but still a big number. And Boston, fully capable of going on the road and putting up some points here. I'm not sure the Celtics win this game outright, but I think they, or excuse me, I'm not sure they win this one and cover the 5 on the road. But I do think we get a high scoring game here. I think we get into at least the 240s, maybe even 245 range here. So I like the over between the Celtics and the Kings.
Rod?
And the last one, I like the over between the Thunder Buddies and the Clippers. Both teams scoring the hoops. You look, Clippers averaging 119 points over their last 3. OKC averaging 118 points over their last 3, and that gets us up and over this total. Definitely got a track meet in our hands. We have the Thunder 7-1 on Tuesdays, 5-1-1 in their last 7 off of 1 day's rest to the over. And you look at the Clippers 5-0 to the over in their last 5, following a straight up win of 10 points or more. Yeah, I like a track meet in this one. Take the over, OKC and the Clippers.
Rod, how about like a closer in horse racing, like one that comes like from way off the pace and like circles the
that
field?
one's good too. Yeah,
Isn't that awesome? Like when the horse
Or
like
dead last
circles
when he
the
comes
field
back
from
and
like,
you're like-
way from the parking lot, right?
from
Those
the
are
parking lot. Yeah, and he
Yeah.
comes around and he's like, you
Yep.
see him coming. You're like, oh, here he
Yeah,
comes.
and
Here
it's
he
like-
comes.
and the people that have like all the favorites that are in the front, they're all like thinking they have one. No.
Yeah. He
And
comes
then,
out of
and then you have the
nowhere.
one guy. You have the one guy in the corner that has him. He's
That's
standing
us.
up in the front
That's
row,
us.
He's smacking his ass with the
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like
with
this.
the-
Come
with the
on,
trophy.
come on, get him. Go, 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 go. That's the best.
That's mine.
You got the gang going, come on, get in there. Yeah, those are the best too. Forgot about those.
Yeah, they have this Cane's chicken strips on the Vegas Strip now. I did not get there. Those people, ready for it though. That's for sure. I've never had it. Program Ass Smack. Yeah, the program Ass Smack goes. It's kind of been done. At when near Mad Davis. LOL. You'll see. You'll see. Oh, that's the guy who said he wasn't watching anymore. Pretty sure. He's back.
He's back.
Smash
Like,
that
we're
like
watching
button.
anymore.
You better be
Yeah, well,
smashing that like button.
the.
All right, tomorrow we might actually stick to the program and pick games. Fat chance. You guys talk too much, especially Mitch. Mitch talks too much. Rod should have his own show. He could have his own show. What would we call Rod's show, Chris?
Huh.
All aboard the bandwagon?
Did we try that already?
I think we did. No, I think we just did a segment.
Yeah.
This segment we tried.
I think it might be actually be better timing now than when we did some of these other things. I think the channel's like a lot bigger than it was.
Yeah.
I think the timing's better. Try some of these other things. I don't know. We'll get Rod a segment though. We'll get him at least to that, and then if he wants a show, he could do a show. I'd rather have him do a video. This way he could do it at his own time. If we don't like it, we could censor it. Draw a shirt on him or something. We'll draw a shirt on him. Anyone else we want to talk some smack about or anything else?
I don't think we have enough time.
What's your favorite tweet this year so far? I've got 2 favorites.
Oh gosh, you
The
go
one where
first, and I'll see
Bittler
if I
said
can-
something was a lock. That was my favorite. I haven't seen it easier or whatever. I was like, this is only January, but this is my favorite tweet of the year. It was like,
Right now, I got to find another one because that was the one I just thought of.
what was that one? That was like one of the best
I don't
ones
remember,
ever.
but
It was so funny, right?
He's like, this is a lock, throw away the key or something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, this. No, it's only January, but this is already my favorite.
Lock of the year.
It's a lock. I'll have to find that one. My other one was when Wager Talk got 10,000 subscribers. We only had like 104,000. Thank you so much. We're at 110. We'll see you at 120. He had 6 years. Hate those guys. I love whiffing shit about them. They're pathetic. Can't wait till we get 120,000. It's going to be a great Thanksgiving. Because I think they're always trying to stick it to us.
Trying to.
All right. Well, what's your parlay for today, Chris?
All right, I'll go with the Oregon Ducks laying the points. I'll go with the Seattle Kraken at plus money. And I'll go with the under in the Wild and Devils matchup.
How about you, Rod?
For me, we're going to go with the Nashville Predators. We're going to go with Charlotte 49ers. And in the NBA, we're going to go with... What was the first one? And we're going to take the Brooklyn Nets. I'm going to take them on the money line. I think they outright Cleveland today.
Coyotes
Nets,
from...
Predators.
What is it?
Nets.
I like the Nets.
The Nets, the Predators, and the 49ers.
I'm going with the Coyotes. I'm going to parlay them up with whoever's playing Calgary, the Ducks, and whoever's playing the Capitals on the puck line. Columbus. Columbus on the puck line. Arizona on the puck line. Calgary or Anaheim Ducks. Puck it up. Can't puck that one up. All right. Thanks everyone for joining us. The Rod Show. It could be the Rod Show. That's about as creepy. That's like, did Goran put you up to that one? Thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a wing day. How about
Goran's free picks?
How about this? Rod's Show. Thanks everyone. Make it a winning day.